know what plants to plant together, Doug?
Alright, so here, this is a little inner planting that we've done. These are green beans here, growing in this bed in 2 rows in this bed. So you can see the green beans here, there's 2 rows. And then in the middle, I have fennel growing. So there's actually 3 rows in this bed. Green beans on the outside, fennel in the middle. So the fennel I transplanted first, and when I transplanted the fennel, planted the beans on the side. So the fennel had a little time to get a head start, and now the beans, and they're growing well. So the fennel still has space and sunlight to grow and develop that bulb, while the green beans are having the space on either side and sunlight to grow themselves. So this way you can get a few crops all mixed into one.
What else do you plant together?
Right here is the 3 sisters. So this is a traditional way, an older way of growing corn and squash and beans. So here you see this is our cornmeal corn, and here is I believe this is buttercup squash or butternut squash. And so the 3 sisters are corn, squash, and beans. We plant in these hills every 2 feet or so. The corn, 4 seeds of corn per hill, and then 3 seeds of squash per hill, and alternating. You can see it goes corn, squash, corn, squash.
Where are the beans?
And so the beans are growing down here at the base of the corn. So we plant the corn, you know, in end of May through June, and 2 weeks about after we plant the corn, plant a seed of a bean seed at each corn plant. So we were given the corn about 2 weeks head start, and when it's about that big out of the ground, plant the beans. So when the beans germinate, they have something to grab onto. So now the beans are legumes. They're fixing nitrogen into the soil, helping to feed the corn as it grows and supports the beans. And the squash is growing up, and soon it's going to be covering the soil all around here, helping to keep moisture in the soil and keep weeds down. And they all grow kind of here together and helping each other out. So that's the 3 sisters. And one other, just show one more, another way of growing plants together. And as we do, I'll show you, this is a milkweed, just to show you what milkweed looks like. And this has popped up. We keep it here in the garden because it's one of the very important food source for the butterflies. So even though it's not for us to eat, I mean it's here helping. So we try and keep that. Here's a bed of greens. This is curly kale, Bates kale, and this is Portuguese kale, just intermixed. And again, there's 2 rows of the kale in this bed with scallions growing right down the middle. So these plants are still able to grow to their fullness and potential. They're not competing for sunlight or root space, but all have same access, so they're all able to grow and help each other. So
were these all grown from transplants or from seed?
These were I seeded in the greenhouse and transplanted out about a month and a half ago. So just a few ways of seeing the balance and maintaining that structure, stories in the soil, so that the soil remains covered and there's a healthy environment being maintained and a diversity of plants. So that's it.
Great, thanks Doug.
You're welcome.